All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody, as we're getting ready for our fourth baseball game today. We did the National League Wildcards earlier today. Now we're on the American League Wildcards. Up next, it'll be the Kansas City Royals and the Seattle Mariners. And both these teams were wildcard teams making the playoffs. Seattle is the 4 seed. Kansas City is the 5 seed. The game that just ended, the A's were the 3 seed, and the Astros were the 6 seed. Mark Langston on the mound for Seattle, Brett Saberhagen for the Kansas City Royals. I'm looking forward to this one. These are a couple of teams that we haven't seen a whole lot of, so it should be kind of fun. Let's head out to Seattle for this one. Game 1 of the American League Wildcard, Kansas City and Seattle, here at Jammin' Sports. There's your lineups. Jammin' Sports presents game number 1 of the American League Wildcard. Kansas City Royals and the Seattle Mariners. Live from T-Mobile Park in Seattle, Washington. Game 1 of the American League Wildcard up next here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the first inning. Mark Langston on the mound for Seattle. Our first look at the Mariners in the postseason. Leading things off, Johnny Damon for the Royals, the center fielder. We're underway from Seattle. Game 1 of the AL Wildcard. Here's the pitch by Langston. Lays a bunt down the line. It'll be a foul ball. Count goes to 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. Top of the first, no score. Just underway. Live from Seattle. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one off down the line. Count goes to 1-2, or remains at 1-2, to Johnny Damon. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. 1 down for the Royals. Here at the top of the first. Buck O'Neil up next. He's the first baseman. In there for a strike, 0-1. Seattle, the wild card 4 seed, and the Royals, the wild card 5 seed. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Buck O'Neill. And now the 1-1 pitch. Fouls that off. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases empty. The 1-2 pitch. That's ripped into right field. Ichiro will throw it in. It's a 1-out single for Buck O'Neill. And the Royals have a base runner here in the top of the first. No score. Next up for Kansas City, George Brett, the third baseman, Mr. Pine Tar. The pitch by Langston. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch to Brett. Oh, they throw to first. O'Neill's back in time. Count remains at 0-1 to George Brett. They throw to first again. O'Neill's back in time. Now Langston. The 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. They throw to first. O'Neill's back. I'll explain that in a second. 0-2 pitch. No, they throw back to first. O'Neill's back in time. He might not be available because you got to remember now, I simmed the season. It depends on where he is in the rotation. 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Third baseman coming over. Kyle Seager, and makes the play for out number 2 in foul territory. There's the Kansas City starting lineup. 2 down for the Royals. Here in the top of the first. Salvador Perez up next. Perez is the catcher. Here's the pitch, outside. O'Neill does not take the bait. 2 outs for the Royals with a runner on first. Buck O'Neill at first. The count's 1-0 to Perez. We're in the top of the first inning, no score. American League Wildcard, Game 1.
He's going.
There goes the runner. The throw, and he's safe. Oh, he's safe big time. O'Neill's fast now. So now the Royals have a runner on second base with 2 outs. That wasn't even close. He got a great jump. The count goes to 1-1 on Perez. And now the 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1. T-Mobile Park in Seattle is where we are. Used to be Safeco Fields, what they used to call it. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. I'll even the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second base. Perez at the plate. The pitch. Oh, it hit him. It hit him. So the Royals now have runners at first and second. Next up, the DH, Mike Sweeney. The pitch by Langston. Up high. Count goes to 1-0. Been kind of a weird first inning. Two outs, runners at first and second. Counts 1-0 to Sweeney, outside, 2-0. Royals can load the bases here with a walk. Buck O'Neil at second base, taking a pretty good lead. And now the 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. The only player in both the Baseball and Football Hall of Fame. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Jim Thorpe. What? Okay. Counts at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. Yeah, I was just throwing Thorpe out there because he didn't play baseball. The only player in the Baseball and Football Hall of Fame. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. At the end of a half inning, no score here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the first inning in our AL Wildcard Game 1 between the Royals and the Mariners, tied at 0. Brett Saberhagen, the starting pitcher for the Kansas City Royals. That name brings back memories. So does this one, Suzuki Ichiro. Everybody's favorite Japanese player. Ichiro, the right fielder. Saberhagen, first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Ichiro. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Count quickly, 0-2 to Ichiro. Saberhagen, the 0-2 pitch. Up high. Yeah, I know. It's actually Ichiro Suzuki, I know. Japanese, it's backwards. 1-2 pitch, up high. Count goes to 2-2. 2-2 pitch, inside, 3-2. It's actually Ichiro Suzuki, I understand. 3-2 pitch. Outside, he draws the walk. Ichiro is on base. Brett Boone up next, the second baseman. Nobody out, runner on first. There goes Ichiro, he's safe. And now the Mariners have a runner on second base with nobody out. I'm still thinking, Evil Dan. The only player in both the Football and the Baseball Hall of Fame. The count to Brett Boone goes to 1-1 with nobody out. And now the 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Is it Bo? Is it Bo Jackson? Is it Deion Sanders? I mean, I'm trying to think of two sport athletes. 1-2 pitch. He fouls that one off. Count remains at 1-2 to Brett Boone. I'm trying to think if there was a two-sport athlete way back. 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. Yeah, he wasn't that great in baseball. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Remains at 2-2 to Brett Boone. And now the 2-2 pitch. Down low, he went around. And Boone strikes out for out number 1. One down from the Mariners here in the bottom of the first inning. Ichiro at second base. Edgar Martinez comes up. The DH. Fouls that one off. It's amazing how many great players the Mariners have had, and they're the only Major League Baseball team never to appear in a World Series. Counts 0-1 to Martinez. It's a base hit. No. It's knocked down by the shortstop, Jackie Robinson. It's via infield single. Ichiro moves down to third. Martinez with an infield single. And now Ken Griffey Jr. comes up. He's the center fielder. In there for a strike. 0-1. It's way back. I don't know. I really don't know. One out, runners on the corners for the Mariners, trying to take an early lead. Outside, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch to Griffey. In there for a strike, 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. He went around, struck him out. JG. Alvin Davis, the first baseman, up next. Cal Hubbard. Okay. I vaguely remember that name. The first baseman, Davis. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. 2 outs, runners at first and third. And now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. Or 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. It's now 1-2. It's my fourth baseball game today. 1-2 pitch. Rips it right to short. Making the play is Robinson. And that'll end the inning. At the end of 1 complete, we have no score. That was a short break. We go to the top of the second. Bo Jackson. And nobody catches Bo, the left fielder. Up high, ball 1. Mark Langston still on the mound for the Mariners. Top of the second inning, no score. Here's the pitch. Bo fouls it off. Count goes to 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. High in the air, out to Ichiro and right. Going back. And it's gone. A solo shot home run by Bo Jackson. Ichiro couldn't reach it. And the Royals take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. A solo shot by Bo Jackson. And nobody catches Bo. I remember when Al Michaels said that on Monday Night Football. This one just got out of here. Now Jermaine Dye comes up, the right fielder for the Royals. They have a 1-0 lead. In their first strike, count goes to 0-1. Bases empty, nobody out here in the top of the second. Royals up 1-0. And now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Oh, he was an up and advisor. Okay. It's a trick question. 1-1 pitch. He went around. 1-2 to Dye. We're in the top of the second. Royals up 1-0. AL Wildcard. 1-2 pitch, up high. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. The 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's a great trivia question, though. One down for the Royals. Here in the top of the second, Frank White up next. And White fouls it off. Frank White, the second baseman. One out, bases empty here in the top of the second. It counts 0-1 to Frank White. The pitch, a bunt, but he fouls it off. Count 0-2 to Frank White. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Rips it foul down the third base line. Count remains at 1-2. Langston pitched from 84 to 99. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and miss. Struck him out. Evil Dead on top of things. My director of information and moderator extraordinaire. Jackie Robinson, the shortstop, up next. In their first strike, 0-1. Two outs, bases empty. 0-1 pitch. It's up, JG. The count's 0-2 to Robinson. Two outs, bases empty. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The only reason I can see that Robinson's on the Royals, he played for the Montreal Royals farm team. I guess they put him on the Royals for that reason. High in the air, Ichiro out in right field makes the play. At the end of 1.5, the Royals off Bo Jackson's solo shot. They take a 1-0 lead here at Jammin' Sports. Brett Saberhagen on the mound, and Raul Ibanez, the left fielder, will lead things on. Right, the Montreal Monarchs, my bad. It's a base hit to lead off the bottom of the second. I meant to say Monarchs, but you're right. I had Royals on the brain. He and Buck O'Neill, yes. I was kind of thinking the same thing about Buck. You're right. He was on the Monarchs too. Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod, the shortstop. Ibanez gets back in time. He's at first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Kansas City up 1-0. The pitch outside, 1-0. A-Rod looks the same here on Seattle, like he does on the Yankees. Nothing like him, but oh well. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Yeah. It's all the roids. It's all the roids. The roids will do that to you. Counts up 1-1 to Rodriguez. Nobody out, runner on first base. 1-1 pitch. Outside. Count goes to 2-1 to A-Rod. In there for a strike, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, struck him out. A-Rod goes down swinging for out number 1 for the Mariners here in the bottom of the second inning. I've heard stories about him. Dan Wilson will come up, the catcher. 1 out, runner on first. Ibanez at first. It's a ball. Count goes to 1-0. I always heard actor was terrible. No, the third base coach. Active. I heard the same thing, that he was just terrible to work with. 2-1 to Wilson now. 2 balls and a strike with 1 out. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
3 balls and a strike, 1 out, runner on first. No, I don't need to talk to you. I've said everything I need to say. 3-1 pitch. It's a walk. It's a 1-out walk. And now the Mariners have runners at first and second. And now Kyle Seager will come up next. He's the third baseman. Saberhagen with 1 out. Here's the pitch. See ya! That one is out of here. Kyle Seager, a 3-run shot. And the Mariners take a 3-1 lead. Kyle Seager hits one into Puget Sound. And the Mariners take a 3-1 lead. Let's watch this again. Seager got all of this one, and then some. And the Mariners take a 3-1 lead. And now Ichiro will come up with 1 out, bases empty. Flies out to left field. Bo Jackson makes the play for out number 1. Or out number 2, I'm sorry. 2 down for the Mariners. Bases empty. And now Brett Boone, the second baseman, will come up with 2 outs, bases empty. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
Did y'all watch the All-Star game the other night? It was pretty good. It's a 3-2 game. I like it when they're close. In there for a strike, 0-2. And that's fouled off. Count goes to 0-2 on Brett Boone. What is Ichiro's record on the Mariners? I'm not sure I understand your question. 1-2. I don't have the stats in front of me. Seattle was the wild card. I know that. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. Count remains at 1-2 to Brett Boone with 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Mariners lead at 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2, full count to Brett Boone. The Mariners have a pretty good lineup on this team right here. 3-2 pitch. Popped up. And the catcher, Perez, makes the play. At the end of 2, Kyle Seager, a 3-run shot. And the Mariners take a 3-1 lead here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Johnny Damon, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Royals. Down 3-1. Here in the American League Wildcard Game 1. Mark Langston on the mound. And that looks to be a base hit into right field. Ichiro will throw it in. The Royals lead off the inning with a base hit. Damon's on base. And now Buck O'Neil will come up. We were talking about him a moment ago. He and Jackie Robinson both played for the Montreal Monarchs. O'Neill is the first baseman. Nobody out, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Ball one, he did not go around. Count goes to 1-0 on O'Neill. We're getting all 4 game ones in today. Our 4th game today. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Got a puppy in the broadcast booth with me. Counts 2-0 to O'Neill. She's trying to get somebody's attention back there. And now the 2-0 pitch to O'Neill. In there for a strike, 2-1. Evil Dead, when did Buck O'Neill play? Can you give us those stats? And now the 2-1 pitch. Nobody out, runner on first base. Damon at first. Here's the pitch. Ball 3 is low. Count goes to 3-1. 3 balls and a strike, nobody out. 3-1 pitch. And that's a shot. It's going to drop. Ichiro again will throw it in. Back-to-back singles for the Royals here in the top of the 3rd. And now they have runners at first and second with nobody out. George Brett, the 3rd baseman, up next. The pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. I remember that monster season he had when he almost hit 400. He finished like 390, I think. 0-1. Outside, 1-1. 37-48. Thank you so much. And now the 1-1 pitch to George Brett. As he fouls that one off, count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. High in the air, out to center field, going back. Griffey Jr. on the warning track. It's out of here. Couldn't get to it. George Brett. And that's a 3-run shot. And the Royals retake the lead 4-3. Griffey Jr. couldn't quite get to it. Yeah, Brett was a hoss, man. He was a player, man. That's quite an accomplishment, winning the batting title in 3 separate decades. And the Royals take a 4-3 lead. Still nobody out. Salvador Perez up next, the catcher. Counts 1-0. Nobody out, bases empty. So it gets quiet in Seattle as the Royals retake the lead. Counts 1-0 to Perez. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. They might want to get Langston out of there. 2-0 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-1. American League Wildcard, Game 1. Royals lead the Mariners 4-3. The 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be right to the 3rd baseman. Kyle Seager snags it out of the air. 1 down. And Mike Sweeney, the DH, up next. Yeah, Brett in 76, 80, and 90 won the batting title. That's amazing. Sweeney will step up with 1 out. Base is empty. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Langston, the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls that one off. Count goes 1-2 to Mike Sweeney. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside. Did he go around? Yes. Struck him out. They said he went around. 5 strikeouts for Langston. 2 down for the Royals. And Bo Jackson, the left fielder, comes up next. The pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Jackson. He rips that one back to Langston. He'll just throw it to first for the final out. At the end of 2.5, George Brett, a 3-run shot. And the Royals take a 4-3 lead here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Edgar Martinez will lead things off for Seattle. The DH. Brett Saberhagen still on the mound. Inside, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. And that's foul down the line. Yeah, it's foul. Count goes to 1-1. Royals lead at 4-3 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-1 pitch. He fouls that one off. 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bases empty. Edgar Martinez, the DH. 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count, 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. It'll be a leadoff walk for Seattle here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And now Ken Griffey Jr. comes up next, the center fielder. Against Brett Saberhagen. With nobody out, runner on first base. In there for a strike, 0-1 to Griffey. And now the 0-1 pitch. He fouls that one off. Count quickly, 0-2 to Griffey. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on first base. 0-2 pitch, inside, 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Rips that one foul. Count remains at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Struck him out for out number 1. There are 8. There's 8 of them. And almost everybody on those rosters are sprinkled in these rosters here. Alvin Davis, the first baseman, up next. Inside, ball 1. 1 out, runner on first for the Mariners. Rodriguez at first base. Edgar Rodriguez. Counts 1-0 to Davis. Inside, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. Up high, 3-0. Yep, Martinez. Edgar Martinez is at first base. The count's 3-0 to Davis. And now the 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 3-1. swung on it. Full count now to Davis at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first. I don't remember him either. Fouls that one off. Can you look him up? Alvin Davis? He might be 84 to 92. I don't remember him at all. 3-2 pitch. Ripped down the line and foul. Count remains at 3-2 to Davis. 1 out, runner on first. 3-2 pitch. And that gets popped out of play. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Fouls that one off. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch by Saberhagen. Struck him out for out number 2. Alvin Davis goes down swinging. 2 down for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Two outs, runner on first for Seattle. And now Raul Ibanez, the left fielder. Raul Ibanez. 2 outs, runner on first base. The pitch by Saberhagen. Outside, 1-0. Seattle trying to get something going. 1-0 pitch, down low, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. That gets fouled off. Count goes to 2-1 to Ibanez. Wow, I don't even remember him. Ibanez down the line, foul. Count evens up at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Ripped into right field, the base hit. Jermaine Dye quickly throws it in, keeping the runner at second base. So now the Mariners have runners at first and second. Edgar Rodriguez moves over to second. He only played 9 years. Wow, okay. A-Rod comes up next. The shortstop. In there for a strike, 0-1. People forget A-Rod started with the Seattle before he went to New York. 2 outs, runners at first and second. A-Rod fouls it off. Count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at first and second. A-Rod fouls it off again, 0-2. Saberhagen, the 0-2 pitch. Did he go after it? No. Ball 1. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Up in the air. Damon comes over and makes the play. At the end of 3, the Royals lead at 4-3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 4th. Jermaine Dye, the right fielder, will lead things on. Royals up 4-3. Mark Langston on the mound. Yes, A-Rod played with the Rangers too. I forgot about that. He played with both Seattle and Texas before he went to the Yankees. Counts 0-1 to Dye. 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Royals lead at 4-3 here in the top of the 4th inning. And And now the 0-2 pitch. Rips it right to third. Kyle Seager throws to first for the out. One down for the Royals here in the top of the fourth. Frank White up next, the second baseman. Yeah, that makes me hurl too. Nobody's worth that much. It's getting out of hand. These salaries are getting out of hand. They pop it up in the air. Ichiro in right field makes the play for out number 2. 2 down for the Royals here in the top of the fourth. And now Jackie Robinson. He's the shortstop today. Yes, that Jackie Robinson, who never played for the Kansas City Royals. In there for a strike, 0-1. The Royals weren't even around when he retired. 0-1. 0-2 as he fouls it off. The Royals came into being in 1969. Robinson had since retired. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did. At the end of 3.5. Royals up 4-3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Our American League Wildcard. Game 1 here at Jammin' Sports. The Royals up 4-3 over Seattle. Leading off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Mariners will be Dan Wilson. He's the catcher. Down low, 1-0. Brett Saberhagen still on the mound for the Royals. The 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off, 1-1. One pitch. High in the air, coming over from first. Buck O'Neil makes the play. Wilson pops out to first. Out number 1. 1 out, bases empty. The third baseman, Kyle Seager, he hit a 3-run home run back in the second inning, his previous at bat. 1 out, bases empty. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. 1-0 pitch. High in the air. Out to center field. Johnny Damon makes the play. 2 down. Yeah, Wilson. 92-205. Cool. And now Ichiro with 2 outs, bases empty. The right fielder. This could be a 1-2-3 inning unless Ichiro gets something going here. Fouls that one off. Strike 1. Royals lead at 4-3 here in the bottom of the fourth. Game 1 of the AL Wildcard. It's a best of 3. 0-1 pitch. Up high. 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. He went around. 1-2. 2 outs, bases empty. The count's 1-2 to Ichiro. The 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. At the end of 4 complete. Royals lead at 4-3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 5th. Johnny Damon, the center fielder, will lead things off for Kansas City. Mark Langston still on the mound. Rolls up 4-3. That's outside, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Up high, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out, nobody on. Damon at the plate, 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Rips it right to short. A-Rod makes the play for the out. 1 down for the Royals here in the top of the 5th inning. Buck O'Neil, the first baseman, up next. Langston looks in. A wind up in the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. One of the Negro League players, Buck O'Neil. Yeah, he was that. Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. The 1-1 pitch. And that's flown out to left. Ibanez makes the play. 2 down. And now George Brett, the third baseman, will come up with 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the 5th. Up high, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Up high, 2-0. 2 outs, bases empty. Brett at the plate with a 2-0 count. He just made it work, I guess. 3-0. That pitch was up high. And Brett with a 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike with 2 outs, bases empty. 3-1 pitch. It's a ground ball up the middle. A-Rod can't get to it. It'll be a base hit. Griffey will throw it in. It's a 2-out single for George Brett. Keep the inning alive. And now next up for the Royals will be Salvador Perez, the catcher. 2 outs, runner on first, that's Brett. And that's a shot, another base hit. Griffey will throw that one in. And Brett went all the way to third. So Perez gets a single that moves George Brett down to third base. So with 2 outs, the Royals have runners on the corners. And the DH will come up next, Mike Sweeney. Royals, if they can get a base hit, outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runners at first and third. George Brett at third base. Mike Sweeney, the DH. The count's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Castillo and Gilbert warming up in the bullpen for Seattle. The count's 1-1 to Sweeney. And now the 1-1 pitch. Thank you, Evil Dead. He played for 15, 16 years. The count's now 2-1 to Sweeney with 2 outs. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 2-2. Yeah, he was a solid hitter. He was a very decent player. Outside, 3-2. Full count to Sweeney. Mariners trying to get out of the inning without giving up a run. 3-2 pitch. Popped up, out of play. Count remains at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. rips that one into left field. Ibanez goes back and makes the play. And at the end of 4.5, Royals lead it 4-3 here at Chapman Sports. Brett Boone will lead things off for the Mariners, the second baseman. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, Royals up 4-3 here in game 1. And Boone pops that up. And the catcher, Perez, makes the play. Yeah, the Royals, back in the 70s and 80s, I always felt the Royals should have won more championships than they did. Edgar Martinez up next, the DH, and he fouls that one off. 0-1. They had some great teams, yet they only won that one World Series against the Cardinals, if you remember. There's a base hit out to right field. Martinez on base. Yeah, they won against the Mets, but I would talk about when they won against the Cardinals. Back in, what was it, 85? Yeah, it was the Cardinals. During that stretch, from the late 70s up until like 85, they should have won more championships. Ken Griffey Jr. up. The first pitch is a strike, 0-1. Griffey, the center fielder. One out, runner on first base, that's Martinez. The pitch, inside, 1-1. Mariners trying to get back in this game, they're down by 1. The 1-1 pitch, and that's hit sharply down the line, but foul. Count goes to 1-2 to Griffey Jr. 1-2 pitch, fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Kansas City up 4-3. One out, runner on first base, Edgar Martinez at first. The 1-2 pitch, inside, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch by Saberhagen. Swung and struck him out. 2 down for Seattle. 7 strikeouts for Saberhagen. And now Alvin Davis, the first baseman, will come up next with 2 outs for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Royals up 4-3. So Davis will step in. The pitch, outside, 1-0.
Count 1-0.
Martinez at first. The 1-0 pitch, up high, 2-0 to Alvin Davis. And the 2-0 pitch on the upper corner, 2-1. American League Wildcard, Game 1. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first base. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. That'll end the inning. At the end of 5 complete, Royals lead it 4-3 here at Chapman Sports. We go to the top of the 6th. Bo Jackson, the left fielder, will lead things off for the Royals. Langston still on the mound. In there for a strike. Murphy and Castillo warming up. think this may be the last inning for Langston. The 0-1 pitch to Jackson. Rips it foul down the line. Count goes to 0-2. To Bo. And now the 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Bo Jackson. Nobody out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-2. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Kansas City up 4-3. And now the 2-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count remains at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Down low. Full count at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. And that's ripped into left field all the way to the wall. A base hit for Bo Jackson. He's going for 2. And it's going to be a leadoff double. Because nobody catches Bo. A leadoff double for the Royals. Well hit into the corner in left field. And I think that's it for Langston. Let's see who the Mariners bring in. Luis Castillo will be the new pitcher for Seattle. Nobody out for the Royals with a runner on second base. That's Bo Jackson at second. Jermaine Dye comes up next, the right fielder. Outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. So far, in our first 3 games today, the home team has won every game. Not this one at the moment. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, runner on second base. Bo Jackson at second. 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Rips it foul. Count evens up at 2-2 on Jermaine Dye. Jackson taking a big lead at second. 2-2 pitch. Popped it up. Seager comes in at third and makes the play. Kyle Seager. 1 down for the Royals. Jackson stays at second base. Up next for the Royals, Frank White, the second baseman. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Bo Jackson at second base. The pitch by Castillo. Down low, 1-0. Just 1 out here in the top of the 6th. And now the 1-0 pitch. No, they throw back to second. And Bo's back in time. Trying to catch him off guard. Didn't work. Meanwhile, the count is 1-0 to Frank White. The pitch. In there for a strike. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on second base. The pitch. There goes Bo. Down to third. And he's safe. Because nobody catches Bo. I know that's getting old. But it's appropriate. So now a runner on third with one out. Counts 2-1 to Frank White. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 2-2. A strikeout here would be huge. And now the 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count, 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. And that's fouled off down the third base line. Count remains at 3-2 to Frank White. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2 on the outside corner. And that is a big strikeout. Because now the Royals need a base hit to score Bo from third. Jackie Robinson, the shortstop, up next. That Jackie Robinson. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count quickly, 0-2 to Robinson. With 2 outs, runner on third base. That's Bo Jackson at third. And now the 0-2 pitch by Castillo. Outside, 1-2. I mean, you can check the history books. Jackie Robinson never played for the Kansas City Royals. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bo Jackson at third base. The 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Making the play. Alvin Davis for the out. Kansas City still leads at 4-3 here at Jammin' Sports. He played for a Kansas City organization, yes, but not the Royals. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Raul Ibanez will lead things off for Seattle, the left fielder. Royals up 4-3, just a 1-run game. 0-1 pitch, in there for a strike, quickly 0-2 to Ibanez. See if Seattle can get back in this. Saberhagen, 0-2 pitch, down low, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-2 pitch. A dribbler to O'Neill at first. He'll touch the bag himself. 1 out. Ibanez grounds out into first. And now A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, the shortstop, up next. With 1 out, bases empty for Seattle. The pitch by Saberhagen. Up high, 1-0. One out, bases empty. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. And that's down the line, but foul. Count goes to 1-2 on A-Rod. 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. 2-2 pitch. And it's a grounder right to Brett at third. He'll throw to first for the out. Rodriguez grounds out to third. 2 down for Seattle here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now the catcher, Dan Wilson, comes up. 2 outs, bases empty here in the bottom of the 6th. Inside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. In there, that was a high strike. 1-1. One ball, one strike. Outside, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 2-2. Saberhagen, the 2-2 pitch. A ground ball right to O'Neill. He'll touch the bag. Out number 3. At the end of 6 complete. Royals lead at 4-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Johnny Damon, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Royals here in the top of the 7th inning. And that's a shot right to the first baseman. They'll throw to the second baseman, comes in and throws to Castile to get the runner out. Nice play by the second baseman, Brett Boone, to back up the first baseman, Alvin Davis. One down for the Royals. Now the first baseman, Buck O'Neill. Big swing and a miss, 0-1. Don't forget tomorrow night, 6:30 Eastern, Super Bowl 31, the Saints and the Jets here at Jammin' Sports. Down low, 1-1. That'll be 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 on the West Coast. Our Super Bowl to finish our current NFL sim season. Super Bowl 31. We hope you join us for that. 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1. One out, base is empty. And now the 2-1 pitch. He went around, 2-2. There's a Castillo fan. And now the 2-2 pitch. He went around, yes, struck him out. Buck O'Neill strikes out for out number 2. 2 outs for the Royals, base is empty. And the third baseman, George Brett, he did this just a little while ago. Whack. That was a 3-run shot back in the 3rd inning. That gave the Royals their current 4-3 lead. And now Brett's at the plate, 2 outs, base is empty. First pitch outside, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. He went around, 1-1. When this game is over, I'm going to get some Butterfinger cake that Misty made earlier today. Yeah. 1-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. And that's a ground ball to Seager, who makes the play. It's a 1-2-3 inning at the end of 6.5. Royals still lead at 4-3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Back in the 2nd inning, Seager did this. A 3-run shot. Kyle Seager, the third baseman, leads off the bottom of the 7th inning. Royals up 4-3. Saberhagen still pitching. Chapman and Taylor warming up. Counts 0-1 to Seager. In there for a strike, 0-2. I think it's pronounced Sager. Kyle Sager. I'll make sure I get it right. Down low, 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. Royals up by 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 pitch. Did he go around? No. Full count, 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Popped up. Buck O'Neil comes in and makes the play for out number 1. As Sager pops out to first. Next up, Ichiro, the right fielder. 1 out, bases empty. The Mariners down by 1. The pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. And rips it right to Brett. George Brett just snagged it out of the air. Ichiro lines out to third for out number 2. And now Brett Boone, the second baseman, up next. 2 outs, bases empty. In there for a strike. Saberhagen has gotten stronger as the game has gone along. He gave up 3 runs early, but nothing since. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. Count quickly 0-2 to Brett Boone. And now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count remains at 0-2. 2 outs, bases empty. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. That'll end the 7th inning. Royals up 4-3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 8th. Royals lead at 4-3 here in Game 1 of the American League Wildcard. Salvador Perez, the catcher, will lead things off for Kansas City. Luis Castillo still on the mound for Seattle. In there for a strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. He took a big cut. And now the 0-2 pitch. Pops it up, out of play. Remains 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Rips it down the line. It's a fair ball. Perez all the way to the wall. Perez is going for 2. And Perez, a leadoff double for the Royals here in the top of the 8th inning. Right down the right field line. An opposite field hit. So the Royals with a runner on second with nobody out. The DH, Mike Sweeney, up next. Inside. It's a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Royals up 4-3 here in Game 1. Sweeney at the plate. The 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. What a play. Wow. Alvin Davis dives and snakes that one out of the air. Sweeney lines out to the first baseman. 1 down for the Royals. Perez stays at second base. Now the left fielder, Bo Jackson, comes up. 1 out. And he takes the pitch for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Davis made a spectacular play. Perez leads off at second. The 0-2 pitch, or 0-1 pitch to Jackson. A ground ball right to Sager. Throws to first for the out. Jackson grounds out to third. Meanwhile, Perez stays at second base. And now Jermaine Dye will come up. The right fielder with 2 outs, runner on second. And they're going to intentionally walk him. They want to try to get a force out at first, second, or third. So they're going to intentionally walk Jermaine Dye. So there's runners at first and second. And now Frank White will come up, the second baseman. The Moose is loose. White will step up. Castillo on the mound. Here's the pitch. It's ripped right to the second baseman, Brett Boone. He'll throw to first for the out. At the end of 7.5, Royals still lead at 4-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Aroldis Chapman will come in to pitch for the Kansas City Royals here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Davis says that play looked like him at first. Back in the day, right, Evil Dead? Edgar Martinez, the DH, will lead things off for Seattle here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Chapman's first pitch, inside, ball one. Barlow and Taylor warming up. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. We're at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Game 1 of the American League Wildcard. Oh, it hit him. And Martinez. A leadoff walk for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 8th. Ken Griffey Jr. comes up next, the center fielder. If he hits a home run, Seattle takes the lead. That's ripped foul. Count goes to 0-1. Griffey hit a few dingers in his day. 0-1. Down low. Count goes to 1-1 to Griffey. The 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1. Mariners trying to get back in this. They're down by 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Griffey took a big swing. Count goes to 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 3. Or for out number 1, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. 1 down for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They still have a runner at first base. Alvin Davis, the first baseman, up next. In there for a strike, 0-1. Royals lead at 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now the 0-1 pitch. And that's a base hit into right field. And now the Mariners have runners at first and second. Alvin Davis with a base hit into right. And now Raul Ibanez takes the pitch outside, 1-0. We're at T-Mobile Field in Seattle. Ibanez, the left fielder. The count's 1-0. Mariners trying to rally. Runners at first and second, 1 out. He went around, strike 1. Count goes to 1-1. Edgar Martinez at second base. The tying runs at second. 1-1 pitch. He fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-2. Aroldis Chapman on the mound for Kansas City. The 1-2 pitch. He struck him out. Ibanez goes down swinging for out number 2. And now A-Rod will come up with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. The Mariners, they've been squandering opportunities tonight. This is another one. 2 outs, runners at first and second. A-Rod, it's a base hit. That should score a run from second base. Here's the throw home. And they get him out. Oh my goodness, what a throw. What a throw. At the end of 8. Royals up 4-3. Jermaine Dye nails the runner at home. Well, we go to the top of the 9th. Spectacular play by Jermaine Dye. His throw was right on the money. Jackie Robinson leads things off here in the top of the 9th for the Royals. The shortstop, first pitch is a strike, 0-1. It remains a 4-3 game in favor of the Royals. The pitch, outside, 1-1. That throw was on the money. And now the 1-1 pitch by Castillo. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 to Robinson. And now the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out for out number 1. One down here in the top of the 9th for the Royals. Johnny Damon up next. The center fielder. 1 out, bases empty. He went around, strike 1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. And now the 0-2 pitch. High in the air. Out to Ibanez, and he makes the play in left field for out number 2. 2 down quickly for the Royals here in the top of the 9th. First baseman Buck O'Neil up next. 2 down, bases empty. Royals up 4-3. Castillo on the mound. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Royals tried to take a 1-0 lead in the series. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. A shot right to Seager. And that's the end of the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Royals up 4-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Scott Barlow will come on to pitch the bottom of the 9th. Royals up by 1. The Mariners need 1 to tie, 2 to win. If they get 1, we can get extra innings. Dan Wilson, the catcher, will lead things off. Mariners down to the last 3 outs. Scott Barlow on the mound. Here's the pitch. Outside. Count goes to 1-0. Royals up by 1. The 1-0 pitch. Fouls that one off. Evens the count at 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out, nobody on. And now the 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2 on the outside corner. Crowd didn't like that one. And now the 2-2 pitch. He swung at it, struck him out. 1 down for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 9th. Kyle Seager, the third baseman, with 1 out, bases empty. Mariners down to the last 2 outs. Outside, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. The 2-0 pitch to Sager. And he fouls that one down the third base line. Count goes to 2-1. Can the Mariners tie it up? 2-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. Evens the count at 2-2. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Royals up 4-3. AL Wildcard, Game 1. 2-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Remains at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch to the third baseman. George Brett throws to first for the out. 2 down for Seattle. Here in the bottom of the ninth. The Mariners down to the last out. Ichiro will come up. Royals up 4-3. Ichiro needs to hit a home run here to extend this game. And he hits it to Buck O'Neil, and he'll touch the bag, and that's ball game. The Kansas City Royals take a 1-0 lead in the American League Wild Card. They beat the Mariners by a score of 4-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Brett Saberhagen, your winning pitcher. Mark Lanston takes the loss for Seattle. And the Royals take a 1-0 lead in the best-of-3 series. Go online and visit the show at theshow.com. Once again, your final score, Kansas City over Seattle 4-3. The Royals take a 1-0 lead in the best-of-3 Wild Card Series. We have basketball up next. And don't forget, tomorrow night, Super Bowl 31, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. The New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. That's tomorrow night. Right here on Jammin' Sports.